All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Just waiting. I just want to make sure that the stream has started and everything is running properly. Oops, here I am. Got the notification already. I'm just gonna drop a message in the free Telegram channel. Let me just do that. If you haven't joined the free Telegram, make sure to do so. For those of you who are stumbling upon this stream, upon this YouTube channel for the first time, there are links below this video. Go and check them out. Join the free Telegram. Follow us on social media as well, because I'm sharing a lot of valuable information, trading related. For those of you who are still struggling to come up with a trading strategy, you can find all that on my YouTube, our free channels as well. So, follow us on social media. Here we go. We've got the message already. And I'm also going to drop a message on Twitter as well. So I'm going to break down chart on euro dollar, pound dollar. We're going to have a look at gold as well. See for potential setups here. Looks like we may have some pullbacks in the beginning of the session, and this is what I want to see. How far down will price go before it goes back to the upside again? But it's going to be mainly euro dollar and pound dollar, where I'm expecting to potentially find some trading opportunities. I mean, euro yen and pound yen have also been pushing up recently, moving alongside euro dollar and pound dollar, which is fine. But whenever we've got setups on all of those instruments, I would rather keep my focus on the majors. So that's why I'm gonna emphasize more on euro dollar and pound dollar instead. But let's have a look. Let's see what price action does in the first few minutes of the session. So we've got about a couple of minutes till London Open, but yeah. So I'm gonna mark out a zone here on pound dollar, and then I'm gonna drop down to the 15-minute time frame just to see whether it aligns with some previous structure. Looks like it does some minor structure here and there, but nothing major to be honest. But anyways, nevertheless, I'm going to be expecting for price to continue this pullback a little bit further down, so I can potentially look for long setups. It's a bit risky though, because we've just taken out the highs on here on the 1 hour time frame. If we're looking at pound dollar, and obviously we've got very similar price action here on euro dollar as well. You can see we've had another bullish push here, and whoever watched the live session the last couple of days, you guys know that we were looking for this upside continuation. Now I was expecting once we break above that to have a little bit more price action going towards the upside, and then to get that pullback. We immediately got that pullback though, so I really want to see price taking out those lows, coming slightly lower and then bouncing off. And I would consider this as a decent setup. Um, that's kind of what's currently happening here on pound dollar, but not very convincing to be honest, because I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame and we're already printing out those rejection wicks. So let's see if we've got not a couple of those or a longer one to the downside. That would still work for me. So we've got to be patient with this one. But overall, I'm expecting to see a continuation of the pullback here that we have on the 1 hour time frame. You know, the reaction that we currently get, it is something normal for price action to do, because you know, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, we've just taken out some previous 1 hour highs, okay, reacting to previous structure right here. Okay, we've got this major low, and this is where price has currently reversed. So a little bit of a pullback won't hurt anybody. In fact, for those of us who are looking for a continuation of the pullback, or basically another bullish leg, which should eventually take out this previous high, that means better entry levels, right? So this is something that I'm going to be looking for throughout the London session. What about gold? 1 hour time frame, nothing has changed. We're still pushing up, still bullish. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be looking for a continuation to the upside. Um, I couldn't get any entries on the 1 hour time frame, but the lower time frame is definitely looking much better. You can see each one of those pullbacks, or where price was kind of slowing down before the next move up, we did have entry opportunities. Whereas if you look at the 1 hour time frame, for me personally, not really. I mean, we do have this decent pullback here to previous highs, so that was looking good. But yeah, other than that, it's just minor pullbacks that we can potentially take advantage of on the lower time frames only. So I'm gonna have a look at the 15-minute time frames. I'm gonna leave it like this to see what's gonna happen. But this type of price action is something that I do not like. But yeah, if we potentially get a retest, oops, on this level, maybe take out this low right here. Okay, so drop slightly below this horizontal line, and then I can potentially look for a reversal to the upsides. But knowing how gold moves, and you know, the momentum that comes into this instrument, sometimes in a very random time throughout the session, we may not even get that pullback, which means we can just, you know, form a higher low here and then continue higher. And so if that's the case, then I'm more than happy to miss that trade, because so far I don't see an entry here. I am quite happy with the setups here on euro dollar and pound dollar though. So yeah, let's see. If you guys are looking at, you know, setups, even if those setups are different instruments than what you see on my watch list down here, let me know, drop a comment. So here's the 1 hour time frame. This is the first 1 hour candle on the opening of the session. It looks like we're already pushing down, um, which is totally fine by me. This is what I wanted to see anyway. Let's see how it goes. I want to see price even lower than current price levels. What about euro yen and pound yen? Are we looking at the same thing here? Yeah, kind of. So I'm going to delete that. You see, when I say that I want to see a pullback that takes out previous lows, this is exactly what I mean right here. You can see we've got this push higher, price forms some structure right here, another test of the structure. It looks like we've got the impulse to the upside, then we come back down, we take out this structure. So any stop loss orders that are sitting below those equal lows, we take them out by a little bit, and then we gather momentum to the upside. You're going to see this happening time and time again. And so those are the setups that I do like to see, especially when I'm trading 5 or 15-minute time frame. This is going to help you a lot learning how to spot those. You know, some people call them liquidity sweeps, but there are many ways that you can call those. You know, stop loss hunting, whatever it is the same thing. So don't get confused if you're looking at YouTube videos. you know, constantly coming up with new terms and like new ways of how to say the same thing. You know, on euro dollar, I'm expecting to go down to 1.039, 0.378 and look for buy. Okay, let me check out those levels. And high events, by the way. So yeah, let me have a look. 0.39, 378. Yeah, slightly lower than current price levels. That's right. That's what I'm waiting for as well. And here it is the same thing again. We've got the equal lows, and then we have this kind of a liquidity sweep, and then we go back to the upside. Like I said, it happens all the time, and especially if you get a signal or a price action signal just like this one here, or the one that we just saw a minute ago. If that happens on the 1 to 4 hour chart, it is very, very likely that you're going to see a momentum coming into the market in the opposite direction, just like we have here. So for me personally, when it comes to entry signals, I would say it's probably not a single candle that would tell me when to enter a trade, but it's a combination of things, and this is probably the most important one. I really want to see price taking out a previous low or a previous high, obviously if I'm entering short, in order for me to start really looking for an entry. And those are also the setups that I'm confident in. So really depending on the setup and if it aligns with the fundamentals as well, I may also risk more than I usually risk, because if let's say you enter a position with 0.5%, if I get multiple confluences for an entry, including the liquidity sweep, including fundamentals, including higher time frames, top down analysis and all that stuff, I would be more than happy to, let's say, risk 0.7 or a full percent of my capital. Um, and especially, for me personally, especially if that's on pound dollar, because this is probably the instrument that I trade the most, then I don't mind putting on a little bit more risk. Um, but it rarely happens. I don't do it all the time. All right, I'm just looking at dollar yen to see what might happen on the yen cross pairs. I mean, as long as the majors are pushing up, we're probably going to see euro yen and pound yen continuing the bullish move as well. I'm just going to put this level on my chart here on GJ to see whether we're going to get any type of reaction around that level. Venezuela, did you get any trades yesterday during the New York session? I don't think you took any entries during London, but you said you may be looking for some trade uh, for some trades during NY. Got into UJ. How did that go? I said I'm gonna post a message on Twitter letting people know that I'm live, and I forgot about that. So let me copy that link. Here we go. Alright, we should be fine now. A nice push here on GJ. Looks like we're gonna take out this structure here, but that's not enough for me. I want to see a nice strong reaction around this level here. Sweet, it was a long trade but worth it. That's good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a key moment tomorrow for the JPY pairs with Bank of Japan's interest rate decision. So when it comes to swing trades, I probably wouldn't enter a trade, but if I'm looking at the lower time frames, we may possibly find something interesting to work on. But probably not UJ. For me, it would be most likely GJ. Okay. I think I need to play some music for those streams. May appear to be boring for people that are just joining in. But I'm not sure. I may have some issues with YouTube depending on what kind of music I play. So I have to do some research and see what am I allowed to play during live sessions. Yeah, I don't know whether it would be boring for the viewers, but definitely a bit boring for me without some music in the background. There's still a lot of time until that 1 hour candle closes, but if it goes bullish and it closes up here anywhere around this previous high, that would be a strong signal for a continuation to the upside. I do want to see price coming slightly lower though. So I'm definitely not going to be rushing with my entries. Because there were multiple occasions where it looked like we may be reversing back to the upside and price continues pushing down. So that could be the case now as well. So that's where patience comes in. Because my intuition says that, I can just use a little bit wider stop loss and then expect for price to continue up. I think that will eventually happen, but I'm not sure how low it will go before that. So, and I don't yet see a strong reversal signal here. And so that's why it makes it a little bit easier for me to wait for the right moment rather than, rushing into entering a long trade here. And whenever I'm not sure what's going on the lower time frames, I'm just looking at the higher time frame, and I may take an entry if, let's say, we get a strong bullish candle on the 1 hour chart. But yeah, because the 4 hour time frame, it looks like it's, if this bearish candle ends up being bullish, then I would actually consider this as a pretty decent signal. We're also reacting to this previous structure right here, some more on the left. So yeah. Yeah, it's a bullish candle on euro dollar, 15-minute time frame. It doesn't mean nothing though. We can easily engulf that candle and push lower. Yeah, if gold does something like this, and then I get the reversal around this previous low, That would be a good setup because we then have this type of chart pattern as well, and I kind of like this chart pattern. Not necessarily to use it as an entry, but to kind of confirm the market direction. Oops. Okay, so I've got some key areas here on GJ. The first level I'm going to be looking for is 192.32, and then eventually even lower, around 192.20 down to around 192 even. So as long as we manage to push all the way down here within this area, I think I'm going to be on the watch out for potential long trades. Now, if that happens, we're probably going to have a retest on the previous low here on EJ as well. So if you prefer EJ than GJ, then obviously very similar setup to what we have on pound yen. Yeah, nearly half an hour since the session opened, and we don't have a lot of movement, which I'm not surprised at all, to be honest. Didn't really have any major news um, this week. It's a fairly quiet week overall. Just put CNBC on to stay in the loop, stay notified if something happens in the market. S&P at a new high, really? S&P 500 hits intraday record at one strong earnings keep falling in. Yeah, decent move on Nasdaq, up by 1.3%. Okay, pretty decent results for Netflix as well. A 500 billion investment into OpenAI. Someone is making big moves out there. Yep, just as expected, we're still pushing down. Gold is not doing much, but Anyone else watching the stream? What are you guys up to? Any setups? Any trades going on? Now, if I get an entry around this area here on GU and price goes into my favor, I'm gonna try and move my stops to break even as soon as possible because I'm not sure how long and how far down this pullback will eventually continue because we've just taken out those 1 hour highs. So we may be looking at a bigger pullback here to potentially retest the previous lows, even though it looks quite far. If this whole move will continue a little bit higher, um, but yeah, I eventually want to see it testing the 61.8 level. Now the thing is, the market is never perfect. Well, at least not all the time. So sometimes you want to see, let's say, that pullback testing the 61.8 and then giving it the reversal, but that may happen above or below the 61.8 level. And if we look at the chart, if we look at price action, we're about just over 15 pips away from that level. So we've technically kind of like tested the area around it, which is sometimes enough. But I do know there are traders out there. They come into the market, London session opens, they see that we've already had the pullback. Let's say if they're expecting that bullish move to continue, they're looking to enter at the beginning of this opening of the session because sometimes you tend to see the market going into a certain direction with quite a lot of momentum in the beginning of the session. It doesn't happen every time, but whoever entered a long trade anywhere around here, it's either getting stopped out now or price is running toward their stop loss. So that's why patience is so important. Because even if you miss the beginning of the momentum, you would miss a move like this, but then later on you just wait for another pullback and then you're going to be looking for a re-entry. So you basically haven't really missed the opportunity to enter a trade. And you should never be mad about, let's say, 3 or 4 extra pips to your entry. Because if you're placing stops of 3, 4, 5 pips, most of the time you're going to get stopped out, even if you're right about the market direction. You know, wicks like this happens all the time. So you can get stopped out and then the market goes in your favor. And this is very, very annoying. A lot of indecision on gold. I still want to see this move developing lower. Yeah, at least a retest of this previous low right here. So this previous market structure is taken out already. Currently trading lower than this level here. So do you mean it's about to set up for a long position then? I see a breaker and inverted price action on EU and GU on the current levels. Yeah, might be. Really strong 1 hour candle though. A bearish one as well. So in this case, I wouldn't be looking to take a buy trade right away. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Looks like price is trying to push up, but I need more than that. What's the daily candle on the dollar index like? Okay, yesterday was pretty bullish for the dollar index. Yeah, at least we have some movement on the other instruments, but gold is not doing anything, to be honest. Hmm. Just gonna go and get some water. Yep, still pushing down, which I'm not surprised at all. Here's the economic calendar for next week. Bank of Canada's interest rate decision. I don't really trade USD CAD anyway, or any CAD pairs. But for those of you who are, make sure to mark out this event on your calendar or on your chart. You can just place a vertical level for Wednesday. Obviously, you've got the interest rate decision, and then you've got the press conference about half an hour later. Okay, we've got Fed interest rate decision, press conference as well. It's a big day on Wednesday. Okay, Thursday as well. Yep, looks like next week is going to be more exciting than this week. Looks like there is some momentum coming into the market. Yep, that's right, Vince. So, do you trade a live account or still practicing on demo? I think I might have asked you already. Sorry about that, but I don't remember if I have. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let's give it a few more minutes. I want to see how this 15-minute candle will close here on GU, because if it leaves a wick to the upside, it's probably going to continue lower, tap into this area down here. You know, we've had exactly the same thing here. So at first, this bullish candle was all the way up here, about to take out the previous bullish candle, excuse me, previous bearish candle. But you can see by the time it closed, this is the wick that we see, a long, massive wick, longer than the um, body of the candle. And so immediately after this, we break below that, and we in fact go to the downside, gathering some bearish momentum. Now this may happen with this 15-minute candle as well. So that's why I want to give it a bit more time to see whether it will close bullish or bearish. Yeah, the euro is a bit stronger than the pound, at least for now. The 4 hour chart is kind of looking alright, setting up for another bullish move, but let's see. If we get something like this, that would probably mean we may be closing is a bullish candle here on the 4 hour time frame. So yeah, if I don't find an entry on the lower time frames, I'm just gonna pop up to the 1 hour, the 4 hour chart and look for this kind of confirmation. Because we've technically came lower than this previous low right here. So the setup is kind of there. It is not exactly what I wanted to see. But we can still work with that. I hope more people start joining in these streams that I'm doing, because even if you don't make money, guys, I promise you I can save you a lot of money. And sometimes, this is just as good as making money. Okay. Alright, so the plan is I'm still waiting on gold to push below this structure right here, eventually come and test the previous low. Okay, so let's say around the level of 2746 roughly. Um, and then I can potentially look for buying opportunities. And that may not happen. Instead of that, we may see price pushing up right away without giving us any sort of pullback or an entry setup. But it is what it is. So this is what I'm going to be waiting for. And if I don't get that, then I'm just not entering a trade. So anyway, I want to see price pushing below this structure right here, and kind of giving me a reversal around this previous low. So this is what I'm going to be waiting for here on golds. When it comes to euro dollar and pound dollar, I need to see some higher structure here. So let's say we break above those highs, right? Doing something like this, then I can potentially look for long trades. But even if we come all the way up here to just retest the previous high, for me that's not good enough. So I won't be taking any long trades in this case. I really need to see price at least breaking above some previous structure to give me that shift in the direction, where I can then use that as a confirmation for price to continue higher. And when it comes to the yen cross pairs, I still think there is a chance that we're going to see price pushing below this low right here. We kind of get some reaction at the moment, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. And to be honest, even pound dollar and euro dollar, even though it looks like we're gaining momentum, I need more momentum in order to consider this as a reversal. Especially pound dollar, I I don't see any type of entry signal nor a confirmation for a reversal, at least not yet. Okay, as long as we continue printing those wicks to the upside, I'm still going to be expecting for price to actually push lower. All right, so again, let's wait and see if we're going to break above 1.2320, so basically above this previous structure. And once we break above that, I really want to see good momentum coming into this level and breaking above that. Then I can potentially start looking for long trades. But other than that, I will be expecting for price to tap into this area that I have down here. Okay, so this is basically the 61.8 level on this last move. So let's see if we're going to tap into that and then reverse, or even if we tap into the level, I'm not going to be going long straight away. I need to see more confirmation. That's the thing with the lower time frames. I'm always looking for a reason why not to enter a trade, because if you're looking for a reason why you should enter a trade, well, that's easy. You can also just wait for a strong bullish or a bearish candle, depending if you want to go short or long, and you can you can convince yourself that right now is the best time to enter. But when you get more experience, you know that it doesn't work like that. You need more and more confirmation to enter a trade. So that's the thing with me. Even if I don't have any trades for a few days, trade for a week, a couple of weeks, that is fine. Because it's better to end the month with, let's say, 2 profitable trades rather than 10 trades and a loss overall. And then end up being in the red at the end of the month. And it has happened to me so many times. So that's how you basically learn patience. You can't learn patience or discipline with a course, with a mentorship. You can only do that by trading live funds, trading live market, and doing it for some time. If you've been trading for a week, couple of weeks, 3 weeks, that's just not enough. You haven't done all the mistakes that you need to go through in order to build up that discipline and that patience needed to be a profitable trader. So yeah, listen, if you enjoy those lives, make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell as well, because you may not be notified otherwise whenever I start streaming. Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the stream, check out all the links below this video. Join our free Telegram channel, follow us on social media. And if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn multiple strategies, different types of strategies and trading styles, check out our website. We've got plenty of courses. We've got a full mentorship program as well. Or just send us a message on Telegram. Again, all the links are below the video. I'll see you in the next one. Watch out for those kind of signals here on the major instruments. If you prefer trading the yen cross pairs, you can also do that. Looks like we're coming into some momentum right now, but I've already explained to you what my plan is and what I'm waiting for, what I want to see in order for me to start looking for entries. For now, I'm just patiently waiting, and I will continue to do so. So if there are any further questions, find me on Telegram and message me there. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks everyone, or thanks Venezuela for joining again. Having a little chat with you is always great. So I'll see you guys in the next video.